On a scale of 1 to slippery and treacherous, how do you think that fares? I reckon 10 out of 10 for slipperiness. Like the umbrella. I wonder what's happening here. There's 1, 2, 3 fire trucks or fire engines or fire service stuff. The doors are open. I've never actually seen in here before. So this is the fire station that's in the centre of the town. When there is a fire, there's this big like siren that goes off that you can hear all around the town, and they sort of shoot out of here and go flying off somewhere else. But I've never actually seen inside. Wonder what's happening.
Oh, life ain't a ding dong. If I could take you up in boom boom boom, boom boom, tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Oh, life could be a dream. Ain't a ding dong. Plans you come true.
It's getting wet.
Loving you, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Oh, life ain't a ding dong. If I could take you up
It's
in
unnecessarily difficult.
tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream.
So it's that time of year again. We've had bonfire night. We've had November the 5th, a fortnight back in England. So I think it's almost an acceptable time to start looking forward to preparing for Christmas. I've seen that some people have already got their trees up and starting to put the decorations around the place and all that. And I think now it's okay. You know, it's not quite the middle of November, but as you can see, weather's good enough for the winter, so why not? It's got me thinking a little bit, because this time of year is normally sort of focused around families and people travelling back home, or where they consider home, to be with the people that they want to be with on this time of year. And whether that means going from one side of the globe to the other, or just going down the road, you know, people make massive efforts. So I'm down at the train station. I think it's an appropriate setting for this topic. So, although I'm about 1,000 miles or so away from home, basically from here I can get 3 trains and be back home. 3 trains for 1,000 miles. You get one from here, pretty much all the way to Brussels, another one from Brussels to London, and another one from London back to the West Country. And that's like, I don't really know the word for it, but it's something kind of close. It's not really the word, but you know what I mean, I hope. Like, I'm so far away, but yet I'm still so close. And the idea of this time of year, being back home and everything like that, just made me think that, especially when you're in Europe, that you're not really too far away from anywhere. And at the moment I'm pretty lucky, because Brexit hasn't happened yet, and I don't think personally that it will happen. Maybe a bit controversial. I don't really want this to be like a political post or anything like that, but personally I think that it's not going to happen. It'll be one of those things that gets delayed and delayed and never fully gets resolved. Just thinking about what would happen if it were to go through. The feeling that I have in regards to how close I feel here right now would totally be gone. As far as I'm aware, if I wanted to stay in Germany, I'd have to get a visa. Who knows whether that would be indefinitely or for 30 days or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I just think it's a horrendously bad thing that would happen, especially for people in my situation that are living abroad, and you know, no one else in Europe thinks like this. And this has become way off topic. So I am travelling back home for Christmas. I'm going back home sort of near a couple of days, few days before Christmas itself. But what I've decided to do is not go with Ryanair. Now that's not a big thing, and if anyone, you that are watching it are like, oh, who cares? Right? I don't really care what kind of airline you go on, but I never really, unless I actually have to, never want to fly with Ryanair again. We have paid more money than was needed to get a flight without the danger of there being some kind of union strike or whatever it is that Ryanair seems to do on occasion. I was stuck on a flight last year. Luckily I made it back home for Christmas, but I don't want that to happen again. I can just see it happening. It's one of those things that you can just see happening in the future. You can almost predict it. That if I book something with Ryanair, that I will end up bearing the brunt of some kind of strike and I get stuck somewhere, unable to get home. We could, if we wanted, we could get the train instead of flying. Like I said, 3 trains back home. And I did find a ticket that wasn't exactly that expensive considering how far it is. I mean, a train journey of almost 1,000 miles for, I think, €100, something like that. A couple of stops, which is obviously understandable. I mean, that's more than reasonable, I think. Compare that to back home, where a journey of, I don't know, 25 miles, no, 75 miles, one way will cost you £50. You can hear the echo. Echo! Echo! When I was coming up here, I saw this little guy. Furriest caterpillar I've ever seen. See you again. So yeah, if I can help it, or unless Ryanair change their policies or something like that to make them more reliable, I'm more than happy to spend 3 times as much money for a flight with like British Airways that I almost guaranteed to happen. It's just, I don't know, it's one of those times of year that like you can't really afford anything to go wrong. And considering that it is Christmas coming up, I've been introduced to this Vlogmas thing. So I've been watching a couple of things from last year, and basically it's like one little video every day. I'm sure all of you know what it is. So I might try that, make my creativity spark, a little bit brighter, and try and make a video each day. Might give that a try. Yeah. Well, that's it. It was just a tiny little vlog for this one. The weather is obviously absolutely terrible, so I can't really show you too much of the place, but hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, thank you for sticking through that, and I'll see you again, hopefully with better weather.
Oh, life ain't a ding-dong. If I could take you up in boom, boom, boosh, boom, boom, tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream. Ain't a ding-dong. Plans would come true. Ain't a ding-dong. Spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Yeah. Ain't a ding-dong, a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Boom, take you up in boom, boom, boosh, boom, boom. Tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.